Alright guys, it's Chef John. I'm back for another video. It's 10:42. You're gonna have to take my word for it because I can't turn the camera around. It's 10:42. God, I don't even know what day of the week it is. You all having trouble with that? I know I am. So, got me some wine and snacking on some Italian tamales. And I said, you know, what a better way to spend near midnight here than to bake peanut butter and jelly bars. What do you say about that? Who doesn't love that? So we're gonna do that, show you how to do it, and tomorrow we can have a really super healthy breakfast. Not really, but it'll taste good. Here we go. All right, your ingredients are as follows. 8 ounces of butter in a bowl right here, with 1.5 cups of sugar and 1.5 teaspoons of salt. Over here we have 2 eggs, about 1 pound of peanut butter, that's about 2 cups worth right there, 3 cups all-purpose flour, a teaspoon of baking powder, and 18 ounces of homemade raspberry, how'd that get in there? Get out of here. Homemade raspberry jam. Now I was short a couple ounces, so I had to top it off. Anyway, so all these things, very simple ingredients. I'll put that back there. The cat's out of the bag anyway. We're gonna make our peanut butter and jelly bars. First step, we're gonna take that bowl with the butter and sugar and salt, and we're gonna cream the butter. Let's get that going to the point where the butter softens up, starts to get fluffy, and incorporates with the sugar. So the butter's nice and fluffy here. It's mixed with the sugar fairly well. So we're gonna start adding our eggs. Just got 2 eggs, just gonna pop them in one at a time. There we go. This recipe calls for vanilla, but since everyone is mass buying it at the grocery store, I can't seem to find any, so we'll have to do without this time. It won't really affect the thing. Just a nice touch. All right, so we're mixing the eggs in real good. And at this point, we are going to add the peanut butter. I have a little mixture here, just what I had in the house, a little chunky, a little creamy. It's all good, don't matter. Just gonna turn this off while I add it in. You know, get some all over the mixer, you know, no big deal. All right, here we go. Peanut butter just gets messy. That and a couple glasses of wine. It will likely happen to you too. All right, there we go. Just going to get that off of there and keep mixing. Once that's all combined, we're gonna add the flour. All right, so a little trick, and you can do this too, people. Take the flour or any of your dry ingredients you want to add in. You add them in a little bit less messy by putting them on a piece of parchment paper. You can weigh them out in the bowl, then scrap the bowl, dump it on the paper, and just fold it up like a funnel. You can still reuse the parchment paper when you... And here's where we're going to add it in. Nice and slow, because you don't want to make a snowstorm. Just funnel it in a little bit at a time, just as it incorporates. Add a little bit more. This is the best way to do it. It gets kind of awkward trying to put the bowl in, and it's like spilling out the sides. If the bowl's bigger than the KitchenAid bowl, it's getting all over your countertop. This is a nice, easy, clean way to do it. And so long as you don't add it in super fast, keeps nice and neat. All right, great. Let us mix that to a smooth dough. All right, so I spared you all having to watch me scrape every little bit off of the beaters. So here's our dough. It looks great. All I'm doing is getting a little bit of undissolved bits off the bottom to make it all one consistency. So always check for that. Look way down low and make sure there's no dry bits on the bottom. If you see any, just work it in by hand. Sometimes the beater doesn't get all the way down. So now we got this. This is going to be our top and bottom crust for this. So here's our pan. And I only have it on another baking sheet because I know this oven tends to cook pretty heavy from below. So I want to just kind of reinforce the bottom, make sure it don't burn. All right, so we're gonna take like 2/3 of this dough and smack it on there. And we're gonna save a little bit in the bowl for the topping. All right, so all I did to accomplish this was spray my hands with some Pam spray and just pressed it down into the pan. Next up is the jam. So we're just gonna throw a whole bunch on here, pretty much all of it. And just move it around. Cover the whole surface. Doesn't have to be pretty. So now we're gonna take the rest of this dough and just sort of chunk it up on top, almost like you would a crumb or a cobbler, in that sort of style. All right, and in case I forgot to mention, this pan has been sprayed with Pam, baking sheet, and sprayed on top before I put any of the dough in there. This dough tastes so good, unbelievable. I wouldn't know anything about that though because I have not eaten any of the dough as I have progressed here. That's a big fat lie. Anyway, so we're gonna go where the lighting's a little bit better. It's going to a 350-degree oven for about a half an hour, give or take. We'll check it at that point and see where we gotta go. All right, in we go. And we'll see you in a few. All right, so this is it at about 30 minutes. There's barely any brown, just that little tiny little piece right over there. So we're gonna flip the tray around, put it in for maybe another 10-15 minutes, see what it looks like then. Needs a little bit more golden brown color on top. All right, so this guy was in for another 20 minutes, so making it about 50 minutes total. You can see there's a little bit more brown going on the top. The edges are boiling, some bubbles with the jam. This is good to go. We're gonna take her out. All right, so we're out on the counter. We're cooling right now. Once this is down to room temperature, we can cut it into bars and serve it however we want. I'm just gonna pour a glass of milk and go to town. And now for the fun part. Washing all these dishes. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you all staying safe and well. See you soon.